It's the personal touches that make a house a home. But over the years, we can get carried away with our collecting. Spring is the traditional time for fresh starts, and clearing out clutter is on trend. Recently, the power of social media and popular TV shows have given rise to a new era of home organisation. Decluttering guru Marie Kondo and Instagram stars such as Mrs. Hinch have made cleaning cool.
So any marks like this,
Circular motions,
and it lifts it without removing any of the paint.
they're very good. Okay.
And your door smells gorgeous.
Oh my God, it really does.
I'm paying a visit to young mum Rosie, who says life can often get in the way when it comes to making the most of her house space. Well, Rosie, thank you for welcoming us to your home, and we're also joined by local organisation expert Laura from Smart Space. But what would you say are the main struggles when it comes to working full-time and having a young family and keeping your home organised?
I think my biggest struggle is time, constantly trying to stay in a routine, but also stick to our time schedule. You know, we've got to be at nursery on time, we've got to be at work on time. So breakfast is thrown to one side, toys are still out from the night before, and it's just that constant battle to stay on top of it.
Well, Laura, I'm going to leave you two together and let you work your magic.
So Rosie, do you involve your son in tidying up?
I try to involve him in tidying up, so we make it a bit of fun, like let's tidy the toys away, but that involves all the toys just being thrown into one bucket. Yeah. There's no organisation to it, there's nothing, it's just grab something, throw it in, and that's the best we get.
So if we start to work through items that you think that he doesn't perhaps play with so much, items that he won't miss, and then we can start to minimise. So what about this?
So that is his trusty leaf blower. Here's the other part.
And although the one in, one out rule might seem a bit far-fetched for children, it's a great way to just try and reinforce that with them and keep on top.
Nice and empty at last. Pop that out of the way. Start with these.
Fantastic work there, guys. I wish I'd had this many toys when I was younger. So Laura, can you talk us through your method for sorting out these boxes?
Well, this actually looks much worse than it is. It is actually a process towards being organised with the toys. So this is the keep pile, and again, we'll sort through, divide the toys up into their types.
And this is the throwaway pile, isn't it? So Rosie, what did you realise that much could be thrown away that was in those boxes the whole time?
No, I had no idea, to be honest. So much there that hasn't been touched in probably almost a year, some of that stuff. There's even things there from when he was a baby. So that's just moved from house to house with us and never been played with. So it feels amazing to be able to know that that can either go to another home or can be thrown away.
Decluttering can also help to change lives for the better. One person's junk is another's jewel. And charity shops are always on the lookout for donations. Cry Jersey supports children who are in need around the world.
We're fortunate that we're born in people are born in Jersey, but for a lot of other kids, they don't choose where they're born, and they have a really tough upbringing. And if we can acknowledge and appreciate what we can do for others, then we're helping others in other jurisdictions. And what we try and do is we don't try and give them handouts. What we try and do is give them the tools so they become self-sufficient. It's very humbling, but astonishing, how generous the locals are.
Providing children with an education is just one of the ways these small St Helier shops are making a big impact.
Shops have been going for quite a long time, and they are our main source of income for Cry. We generate nearly £100,000 a year, so they're busy little shops.
If you are feeling inspired to start clearing out those cupboards, organisation expert Laura has some advice to help you on your way.
Visualise your home and how you want it to be, what the end result you want it to look like, and keep this in mind throughout. Keep the items that you only love or that you use and that you actually need in your day-to-day life. Then you can start to organise according to what space you have. A house is only as big as a house, can only take what it can.
So if you feel ready to reorganise your home, why not make this spring the perfect time to start? Knowlson, ITV News.